dislocated elbow for Texas A&M. He will not return. Charles, we may have been guilty of seeing that as some kind of strategy. It wasn't.
Yeah, I think that, Gus, it's a legitimate conversation because we've seen it happen all across the country on all levels of football now. We had to ask the question because the fans were booing and it came into play. We err on the side of caution, and we will continue to do that. And we were right. This young man was legitimately injured.
Second, make that 3rd down and 11 at the 35 now for Doege and the Red Raiders. Low snap handle, Doege. And the ball caught. What a nice looking tackle by Terrence Frederick, though.
Second strike he's had this evening, Gus. You remember earlier in the first quarter, he broke up a pass to Eric Ward with a sharp tackle.
You got 2 cornerbacks with NFL talent in Terrence Frederick and Coriel Judy. So that brings on Donnie Corona in to attempt a 49-yarder. Last week against Kansas, he made a 46-yarder and missed one from 54. Left-footed kicker. Beautiful. Both these teams playing at a high level, and we're now tied at 10.
Look at him curl it inside. Well done, Donnie Corona. Donnie Corona came into this season 4 for 13 in his career in field goal attempts. His consistency was in play, but so far this year, very accurate.
Okay. All right, Wednesday, the most talked about new drama of the year is on FX. Don't miss an all-new episode of American Horror Story. This Wednesday at 10 only on FX. Charles, I'm going to have to man up and watch that.
You and me both. Is it considered manning up if you watch with the lights on?
No. You got to turn the lights off.
Well, I gave it a shot.
It's part of the theater.
Terrific cast on that show. I can't wait for the premiere.
Tommy Tuberville got his big break, he told us yesterday, when Jimmy Johnson gave him an opportunity to serve as an assistant coach at Miami. He said, Jimmy taught me one thing: you give a coach, your coaches, their opportunity, you let them do their job and get out of their way. And this will be Nate Askew returning it from the goal line, tiptoeing as Askew crosses the 15 up to the 17-yard line. And a little pushing and shoving going on.
If you don't believe this is a rivalry game, watch that.
As you take a look at the offensive plays, 26 for Tech, 16 for A&M. We're tied, and there's a flag on the field all the way back at the 43-yard line.
Offsides by number 38 of the kicking team. Penalty is 5 yards and replay the down.
Tom Walker, your referee. Looks like Tom's been in the weight room.
It's actually Cooper Castleberry, because we got a late change about the official, but you're exactly right. He looks like he's trying to pull an Ed Hockley. Get in there and gun up for us.
Cooper Castleberry, actually, your referee. There's Cooper.
You're exactly right. You think he and Hockley work out at the same gym?
They probably do.
Now, here's where it gets a little dangerous if you are Texas Tech, Gus. Normally, you don't want to make a second long sprint downfield, right? A&M thinks they got an opportunity now for a big return. Tim, would you want them to kick it over again if you're the receiving team?
I'd like another opportunity to get a return here, and again, it's all about field position. You got them backed up. Let's get a good return here and give the offense some room to work.
Make Texas Tech sprint down a second time. You're hoping someone's a step slower, and you get a crease and return it big.
Kendrick McNeil, number 5, is their lead return man, and he has it. Make that Ben Molina has it at the 6-yard line, and Molina chopped down. Nice looking special teams tackle for Texas Tech.
And you see there, excellent job getting downfield and putting a hit on him. Great coverage, number 38, Dontrick Barnes.
Actually, that's
Summit
Summit
Hogue. Double numbers. They're killing me with the double numbers. NCAA, can we talk about that one more time? Two players, the same number. Not fun for us broadcasters, but they don't care because the coaches like it for recruiting. They want to give a number to a player who wants it.
First down and 10 at the 27. Cyrus Gray in the backfield for A&M. And Gray will run it. Skipping. And Gray picking up close to 9 on the play. Daniel Cobb coming up with the tackle for Tech. 2nd and 1. Gray again, first down, as Cobb grabs him one more time. Cyrus Gray last week, 17 carries, 95 yards, and 2 touchdowns against Arkansas. First down at the 42.
Texas Tech had an injured player and ended up taking a timeout.
Texas Tech calls their first time out of the half.
And we will take a commercial. 13:32 to play, second quarter. We're knotted up at 10 here in Lubbock.
Team is not something you do alone.
First down and 10 at the 42-yard line for Texas A&M. Cyrus Gray, number 32 in the backfield. Short drop, Tannehill. And this one caught and out of bounds.
And we're going to get more.
Brengle Jackson makes the catch.
They're going to get more on it, Gus. He was hit after he got off on the sideline. It wasn't a big, sharp hit, but he was hit.
After the play, a personal foul by number 21 of the defense. It's a 15-yard penalty, and it's first down.
See, he's all the way into the white, got a little extra in there. I know it wasn't a big-time hit, but it was enough. The flag comes out. They want to officiate for safety, and that's an unsafe play when you're hitting people over the sidelines.
Jarvis Phillips with the personal foul penalty, so a first down at the 35-yard line for A&M. And a handoff. Gray following his blocks, breaking tackles, and is ridden down at the 31-yard line by Scott Smith.
Isn't it interesting how we opened the show, Gus, and we talked about the run game and how physical we expected Texas A&M to be? So far, Cyrus Gray, Christian Michael, were they about 15 yards combined on 6 carries? Not much.
2nd and 6 at the 31. Tannehill, wide open receiver, and it's Hicks with his second catch of the game as he gets out of bounds and picks up 6 yards on the play.
Another example of how accurate Ryan Tannehill is throwing the football. He's a former receiver. He knows where receivers like it, and he puts it there for the most part for his guys.
Had 55 catches in 2008. First down and 10 at the 24. Three amigos at the top of your screen. And they hand it off. Gray slicing, stiff arm out of bounds. He'll pick up 8.5. And Cyrus Gray, the leading returning rusher in the Big 12 after rushing for 1,133 yards in 2010.
Look at the play selection now. They've been throwing it a lot more than running it on this series. They're getting back to the ground attack.
Straight ahead, Gray. Touchdown, Texas A&M, 16 yards.
Watch this hole that's going to be created in the crease here, but watch number 32, Cyrus Gray's vision and footwork. He sees it there. Right now, he's going to look over here and watch the cut. Look at that hole. Now he sees it, sees the wall, and then a final cut puts his foot in the ground and bolts into the end zone.
7th rushing touchdown of the year for Cyrus Gray. And with 11:54 to play here in the second quarter, A&M takes a 7-point lead. Yards rushing on the drive, and Texas A&M taking a 17-10 lead.
It's almost like they went in reverse. We thought they'd come out and just pound and pound and pound early on the ground. They threw it a lot more, opened things up, and the running game came to the front on the last drive.
So keep your eye on Ben McRoy. He's almost broken 2 returns, and he won't get an opportunity this time. This ball kicked out of the end zone. So let's take a look. Here's a Chick-fil-A game break.
Gus, Alabama has won 20 straight over Vandy. A.J. McCarron trying to make it 21. He hooks up with Brad Smelly. 7-0 tied. This game is very early. Meanwhile, the smart kids, Stanford, they have not allowed a touchdown or field goal in the first quarter since November of 2010. Won't happen yet either. 13-0 Stanford up over Colorado. No luck needed here.
Underrated part of their game is defense for the Cardinal.
And on first down, some movement on the Texas Tech offensive line.
A false start by number 65 of the offense. It's a 5-yard penalty, and it's still first down.
That's a left tackle, Adrian Waddle, who they think has a whole bunch of potential. So far for Texas Tech, 5 penalties, 45 yards. First down and 15.
And now they throw into the wind a little bit. Let's see what they decide to do with their pass offense.
They run it. Eric Stevens. And Stevens crosses the 20-yard line. Garrett Williams with the tackle.
Oftentimes when you have to throw into the wind and you're uncertain about pushing it downfield, those wide receiver screens come into play.
Second down and 7. They'll go for a home run up the side. Oh! What a catch! Alex Torres. A gain of 34.
All the way to the wide part of your screen, running against Coriel Judy. Alex Torres running a nice route, but that ball's in the air before he can get his head around. That's excellent timing by Seth Doege, and he's not worried about the wind.
First down at the A&M 43. They're going for it again. And a flag. This time, Judy's going to be called for pass interference.
And you know what I love about that play call by Neil Brown, the offensive coordinator?
Pass interference by number 5 of the defense. It's a 15-yard penalty and an automatic first down.
What I like is that they got a play on him the play before. And oftentimes you wonder, hey, how's he going to snap back after ball's caught on him? Go at him again. Test him. And Neil Brown did that and picked up a big pass interference. It's been an issue for Texas A&M all year. When a play goes against them, do they snap back well? They've struggled with that. We saw evidence on that last sequence.
First down and 10 at the 28-yard line for Seth Doege and the Texas Tech Red Raiders, trailing by 7.
See if he tries again in the same area as Coriel Judy.
A&M showing blitz. They come from the corner. Doege over the middle, and it's caught. Doege knows how to get the ball out of his hands. That time it was Alex Torres making the reception.
Brew mentioned that earlier, that he has full command of the offense, and when you blitz him, he knows where to go with the football.
Second down and 3, a gain of 7 on the last play. A handoff, Stevens runs into his own man, and look at the terrific lower body strength. He'll get close to the first down. Trent Hunter with the stop. They do not get the first down. Third down and 1, and Stevens, can he push the pile forward and get the first down? It will be close.
He might be a little bit short. And right now, they're making a decision about what to do. Did he get it?
Yep.
He did get it. Okay, so the decision, don't even worry about it. I thought for a second there they might end up marking it short, but they gave him forward progress to pick up the first down.
So a first down and 10 at the Texas A&M 18-yard line. 3 receivers at the top of your screen. Aaron Crawford in the game and running back. Doege deflected, incomplete.
Looked like Tony Jared Eddy deflected the pass, their leading defensive lineman.
Second down and 10 of the 18. And Doege firing in the end zone, incomplete. Good coverage there by Trent Hunter. Zuzalik, who's Doege's roommate, the intended receiver.
And one interception thrown by Doege for the season. Zuzalik ran the wrong route in the game, and that caused the interception. I wonder if the roommates discussed that after the game was over.
Pizza on you. Third down and 10 of the 18. Doege again, this time to the sideline. Torres goes out of bounds at the 11.
They're gonna have another decision here, but I think they kicked the field goal. Get points out of the drive. Come back and fight another one.
9:43 and counting remaining in the first half, and that brings on Donnie Corona. Already good from 49 yards. This one will be from 27 yards away. And he nails it again. 9:21 to play. Second quarter, 17-13. Alex Torres. Big catch on the drive, but A&M still leads.
And oh, by the way, Wisconsin has made quite a case. It's going to be a lot of fun to see how these polls go as we continue on.
Texas hanging a double nickel. Rather, Oklahoma hanging a double nickel on Texas at the Red River Shootout. Nate Askew, Ben Molina. A&M continues to flip-flop their return men. And this ball out of bounds. So A&M will have it at the 40-yard line.
A free kick out of bounds by the kicking team. By rule, the ball will be put at the 40-yard line. First down.
All right, let's take a look at the Russell Athletic game summary.
Early in the game, Ryan Tannehill on the zone read. He's proficient at it. He scores the game's first touchdown. Eric Stevens picks up a big first down out of the Wildcat, sets up Seth Doege for the play fake, and the touchdown pass to Adam James. And then Cyrus Gray. Vision. Your eyes take your feet to the end zone. Touchdown A&M. They're up 17-13.
Tannehill 9 of 13. 110 yards. First down at the 40. And the handoff. Michael. And that play strung out. Terrific job by Terrence Bullitt again.
The flexibility of a 4-2-5 defense, 5 defensive backs, oftentimes allows you to get 8 or 9 people into what we call the box area and stack up against the run game. And Terrence Bullitt was terrific on that play coming from his safety position.
Second down at 15. At the 35. Tannehill steps up in the pocket, wants to run it. And Tannehill chopped down. Great looking open field tackle by Daniel Cobb.
And that's what they needed. They've had a lot of missed tackles the last couple weeks. Chad Glasgow right there in the middle talking defense. He's the first-time defensive coordinator, came from TCU and brought this 4-2-5 with him, which is built to adapt to any offensive scheme.
Third down, 9 of the 41. They need to go to midfield for first down. 3 receivers at the bottom of your screen. Tannehill firing up top. Over the shoulder. Caught. Wachiku again. Big time play. But there is a flag on the play.
Holding by number 7 of the defense. The penalties decline. It's first down.
Nicely thrown ball, but look at Wachiku with a terrific stretch catch. Taking it all the way to the ground. Ball hits the ground, but stays in his hands. The penalty occurred earlier in the route.
First down and 10 for Texas A&M after the 35-yard gain. The handoff, Michael. No, it's Tannehill rolling out. And that will take me out, partner.
That's the beauty of this zone read, and when you have guys who are excellent at running the football in terms of running backs, that's where the focus and the concentration goes. But Tannehill makes the nice read, sees the end crashing down, pulls the football from the running back, and goes to the vacated area for a nice pickup. 3 runs for Tannehill, 40 yards and a 19-yard touchdown. 2nd and 3 at the 17. Inside handoff, and another touchdown, A&M! Michael again! So with 7 minutes and 16 seconds remaining in the second, Texas A&M goes up 23-13. Watch there. See that? And then look at that gap. Look at the hole. Nothing but clear vision from there.
Christine Michael and the Texas A&M running game really starting to flex their muscles now. Ground and pound. A&M on top of Tech, 24-13.
Team, excellent job up front.
Zuzalik and McRoy back deep. McRoy will take a knee. All right, let's head back to Los Angeles for Chick-fil-A game break. Here's Kevin Frazier.
Gus, Oklahoma State taking on Kansas today. No contest. Justin Black in a pair of TDs. Look at this score, 70-28. Is Oklahoma the best team in the state of Oklahoma? That's the question.
What they're counting on, Kevin, is getting to December 3rd and settling it in Stillwater on the field in Bedlam. There is no Big 12 championship game this year. If those two get there undefeated, that takes the place of it right there. All eyes will be on Stillwater.
But right now, with 7:16 to go, Seth Doege has his eyes on getting back into the end zone for Texas Tech. Doege hit as he throws the football, but Cornelius Douglas makes the catch, and he'll pick up 3 yards.
They're starting to get a little more pressure on the quarterback. The up front guys are doing a better job with push, and they're bringing people off the edge.
A false start by number 2 of the offense. The entire team was never set. It's a 5-yard penalty, and it's still 2nd down.
Brew, I'm seeing better push up front from Texas A&M. I'm seeing guys off the edge, and I'm seeing better tackling after the guy makes the catch in the secondary.
CD, you're exactly right. They cannot get pressure with 4. They've got to bring 5. They've got to bring 6. They're playing zone behind it, and they're not giving up explosive plays.
2nd down and 12 at the 18. So an adjustment has been made from this Texas A&M defense. Doege. Douglas with the catch. He loses an edge and picks up 3 yards. Texas Tech 4-0, 1-0 in conference play. Last week they beat Kansas 45 rather than 34. The week before that, Nevada 35-34. 3rd down 9 at the 21. Doege winds up. Oh, that is a sweet-looking throw by Seth Doege. Adam James with the 2nd catch of the game.
What a terrific, Gus, I'm with you. What a terrific job on the throw by Seth Doege. And Adam James coming out of the break. Ball's right there for him.
1st down at the 35. Stevens with running room. And what they said about Doege yesterday, very interesting at the Texas Tech facility. He's got a good arm, but his strengths lie in other areas.
Touch and accuracy, and we're seeing all of that on display this evening.
Doege with time, fresh out of the pocket. Fakes it and slides down. Sean Porter gobbles him up. He gains 3 on 2nd down and 4, so that brings up a 3rd down and 1.
Doege, who runs it better than what people think. He had 84 yards running against Nevada.
Looks like another false start coming up against Texas Tech.
The offense substituted and the defense did not have time to match up. We'll replay the down.
And that's something that the officials are very conscious of with this up-tempo, fast-paced football. All right, if you're going to substitute on offense, an official should come and stand over the football and give the defense a chance to match up defensively. If the offense doesn't substitute and you're trying to substitute defensively, then you're on your own.
3rd down and 1 at the 44. They're 7 of 11 on 3rd down conversions. Wildcat. They run the reverse. Doege fires. Wide open. Torres. Oh, incomplete. And a flag on the play. Alex Torres was at least 4 yards in front of an A&M defender.
Pass interference by number 11 of the defense. It's a 15-yard penalty, and it's a 1st down.
That's a great play by Jonathan Stewart.
Because he saved a touchdown. And people are going to say face guarding is going to be the call because he never looked back for the ball. But there is no face guarding. The call for interference is because he got there and affected to Alex Torres too early. He interfered with the play. So no matter what you want to call it, it's interference, but he did save a touchdown by getting back there to make a play on the football. How about Neil Brown trotting out the Phantom Raider today and putting that out there for them? Almost a huge play for Texas Tech.
How about the great pictures brought to you by our cameraman, Jeff Peel, standing right on the play, super slow-mo in HD.
And doesn't let the ball or anything affect him. He's all over it. An all-star at that spot.
1st down and 10 at the 41-yard line for Tech. Under 5 minutes to play in the 1st half. And Doege up the sideline. Incomplete. That ball intended for Eric Ward. No flag on the play. No, a flag on the play.
Yeah, I think they're going to get him on pass interference again.
Pass interference by number 7 of the defense. It's a 15-yard penalty, and it's an automatic 1st down.
Terrence Frederick.
Look up to the top of your screen. 7 is Frederick. I'm trying to figure out where the call is coming from because to me, Frederick had good position. He bodied him off. And then on the inside, Ward came back. Maybe it was the arm bar with the arm coming out from Terrence Frederick is why they threw the flag.
1st down at the 26. And Eric Stevens running the football. Eric Stevens has had a very solid 1st half, rushing 13 carries, 34 yards. Now Doege pumps, looks the other way. Now rolling out, wants to throw on a run, and it's caught out of bounds. Another reception by Jacoby Franks.
It's a well-coached offense led by Neil Brown, the coordinator. When Doege moves around, the receivers understand how they need to move to get back into his sight lines and uncover themselves for an opportunity to catch the football.
1st down at the 12, high snap, handled. Stevens on the draw play. He'll push the pile forward and get inside the 5. Garrick Williams brings him down.
You mentioned high snap. Did you see how Seth Doege stayed with the handoff to make sure there was no fumble?
Stevens again, looking for Pater! Touchdown Tech! Guns up! Red Raiders!
How about the guys up front carving the hole, the handoff inside to Eric Stevens. That's Deborah Gallington, 66. Terry McDaniel, 68. With some help from the receivers. And Tech's in the end zone again.
Extra point up and good. 3:52 to play in the 2nd. We've got a 4-point game here in West Texas.
Watch out.
Coriel Judy, a terrific return, as well as Judy. And this will be Judy running it. Jeudy breaks it at the 30 and gets out of bounds at the 40. Coriel Jeudy, a terrific return of 33 yards.
Now, was it 24-13 just a couple seconds ago? One thing we know about Texas Tech is that they're never going to be daunted. They've come back this year from deficits of 10, 14, and 20 points at some point in each of the games. And 3 out of the 4 they've played.
And it's important to remember that this Texas A&M team, last couple of weeks, second half, they've been a Jekyll and Hyde squad. First down and 10 as the first down line is brought to you by Russell Athletic from the 37. Here's a handoff. Running the football. Gray spinning. Picks up the first down and more. Cody Davis trips him up. But Cyrus Gray has really been coming up with chunks of yardage.
And I think his offensive line loves the play selection. Haven't met a lineman yet that wouldn't prefer to run block as opposed to pass block.
That's a gain of 12. They hand it off to Gray again. Still on his feet. And Gray tackled from behind by Dartwan Bush, the sophomore from Clute. Gray 12 yards, 6 yards in the last 2 runs. Second and 4. Straight ahead, spinning. Cyrus Gray close to the first down. And he'll be about a half yard short.
See that little ghost action that Texas A&M is running with the receiver, running back circling behind the quarterback, making sure that you get a check. And if you're not there, they'll run it to him later.
And the quarterback sneak by Tannehill. Texas A&M looks to have the first down with 2:38 to go. And a 4-point lead.
Getting a lot of nice push up front from their offensive line now, really starting to settle in.
One note, Jeff Fuller, their senior wide receiver and star, has a concussion. He will not return. First and 10 at the 41. Short drop, Tannehill, sideline. Nicely done as Wachiku, all concentration to haul that one in.
That's a nice throw because that's not a short throw. That's throwing from one hash opposite to the opposite sideline. You got to put a little something on it so the defensive back can't undercut it and make a play on the football.
Second and 5 at the 36. Gray again, hopping. And he'll get through the hole. Terrence Bullitt pulls him down. Nice drive here by this Texas A&M squad, which started at the 37-yard line. 7th play of the drive. And Cyrus Gray slashing again. He'll check out of the game after getting 8 yards on the play.
Brew talked about at the top of the show, the big offensive line of Texas A&M and the small defensive front of Texas Tech. Right now, the big guys are really starting to carve holes in the defensive front.
Christine Michael back in. They'll hand it to him. And Michael tackled from down low by Cody Davis. And it's an interesting formation that this Texas Tech team utilizes between linebackers and defensive backs.
Yeah, it's 4-2-5. All right, and with the defensive backs, one of your linebackers, one of your defensive backs ordinarily will drop in and become an extra linebacker to try and help in run support. Cody Davis often that player.
Second down and 9, Tannehill, sideline again. And the catch is made by Hicks. Now don't forget, folks, coming up at the half is the Geico halftime show with Kevin Frazier and Marcus Allen. They'll have the latest from who's number 1 in the nation, and the debate is starting to get hot. Marcus Allen will also comment on one of his mentors, Al Davis. Michael breaking tackles, and he gets to the 9. DJ Johnson throwing himself under the chariot there.
And Randy Jordan, the running backs coach for Texas A&M, will clip that play out and show it to his guys. And you know what he's going to talk to them about, Gus? Finishing the run. Watch the guys up front create a crease. Once again, there's Harrison 51 leading in the hole. But look at how that run is finished by Christine Michael. going forward over the top of the defensive back. That's what they ask you to do on every run. Finish it forward, not knocked to the side, not knocked backwards. Be interesting to hear what Marcus Allen has to say about Al Davis for the passing of Al, the head of the Oakland Raiders. And Marcus Allen played here at Texas Tech as a USC Trojan. Was a fullback. Charles White got hurt that night. Marcus Allen ended up carrying the ball a lot. His only 100-yard game as a fullback here at Texas Tech.
First down and goal at the 10, 31 seconds remaining. 11th play of the drive for A&M.
Just one timeout remaining.
Play action. Tannehill rolling with room. Tannehill, touchdown A&M. Talk about a tough guy. He lowered his head and got in.
Partner, when your team has lost 2 games in a row, you're going to try to find a way to get in the end zone at all costs. You don't care. That's leadership. And what a job by Tannehill running through the tackle by Kenny Williams.
Extra point is good. Second rushing touchdown of the evening for Tannehill. The first was 19, the second 10 yards, but boy, was it 10 the hard way.
And he gets in, and after a hit like that, ordinarily you just want to get to the bench. And that's Kenny Williams, who tried to make the tackle on the play. He wants to get to the bench right now. Excuse me, take that back. That's probably Sawyer Vest. Excuse me, number 34. Again, duplicate numbers. Sawyer Vest trying to make the play. But watch Tannehill get in. And at the end of the play, remember I talked about Christine Michael finishing the run? Look at Tannehill. He finishes the run with a touchdown and then holds for the extra point as normal.
Listen to this, folks. Wood.
Gus, when your team has lost 2 games in a row, you're not thinking about sliding into an end zone. All right, you've got to find a way to spark your team. And you talk about leading from the front. That's what he just did. And now they're staring at the halftime report, and they know what they've done the last 2 weeks. 17-point lead blown, 18-point lead blown.
So with 24 seconds remaining before halftime, Texas A&M with a 31-20 lead. McRoy. And McRoy gets to the 30-yard line. And Ryan Tannehill, a wide receiver to quarterback reborn. He's now gone over 3,000 career passing yards to go along with over 1,500 receiving yards. The first player in FBS history with those kind of numbers.
And if anyone wants to ask the question, next level, because he's shown he can play both, the young man's a quarterback. That's how he will be viewed and evaluated on the next level.
5 carries, 56 yards, and 2 touchdowns for Tannehill, running the football.
Don't expect Texas Tech to back off here and just sit on it. I expect him to throw it here. That'll surprise me.
Stevens, watch out. And Stevens with an opening. 10 seconds ago, Trent Hunter with the tackle.
Remember, the clock stops to set the chains, so if they want to take a shot and throw one deep, they have an opportunity.
8 seconds to go. Tannehill, near side, ball caught. Jacoby Franks doesn't get out of bounds, and that is the end of the first half.
It's a really nice tackle by Lionel Smith to prevent him from getting to the sideline and possibly running another play.
31-20. Our score at halftime, and a lot of big-time numbers being put up by that young man, running the football 56 yards to go along with 2 touchdowns. Tannehill 9 of 13, 106 passing in the first half. And as for Seth Doege, 19 of 26, 159, a touchdown, no picks for Texas Tech. And the Red Raiders heading into the locker room trailing by 11. Let's go downstairs to Coach Tim Brewster.
Coach, your team really seems to have settled in, pace of the game, imposing your will in the running game. Just talk about your team right now and how you've settled into this game.
Well, certainly we have a whole half to play. We know about that. And, you know, there's a lot of things that are doing well on offense that we have to corral. We had some substitution issues early on where we weren't able to get our guys on the field. But I think we settled that part down, and hopefully we can have a better second half.
Coach, talk to us about at halftime, talking to your team about finishing.
Well, we talked about it all week long. We talked about it before the game. They know where that we stand and what we have to do. You know, sometimes you hit them too hard with it, then they're thinking about it. But they know what they have to do. They've been told that many times this week.
Coach, thank you.
So the big question for Texas A&M, will the Ghosts